Yeah.
All right.
WV Uncommon Place. This podcast is a variety podcast that houses numerous series to cover mental health, empowerment, podcast framework, and various intimate theories to get to know the hosts, along with occasional movies reviews and dives in pop culture with our event podcast episode. The Uncommon Place digs into bringing guests on that stories don't fit the mold and are very different. WV stands for the great state of West Virginia, and every quarter we cover something in West Virginia. Stacey and myself, JR, are your hosts, so please come along for this venture to our Uncommon Place.
Good evening, everybody. My name is JR Sparrow, and this is a special episode right now. I have with me on this show right now, I have a special person all the way from Chi-Town, the illustrious Rodis Hunt. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing pretty good. You don't like being put on the spot on them impromptu episodes, do you?
Oh, no. No.
Okay, well, I got you quick because this is how I'm catching everybody. And I want to say a quick shout out to Rodis. Rodis is one of the long-lasting podcasters in the podcasting Godfather circle. And being prestigious with being a rapper and, you know, everything that you do inside podcasting, I want to give you a big thank you for sticking around and nurturing the youth and getting the word out about music as a whole to everyone.
Appreciate it.
Now, we got to get to business straight ahead. You have a new podcast out, correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you enlighten the audience about this new podcast and tell us about the special talent that's with you on this new podcast?
The name of the show is It's the What's Poppin' Podcast, hosted by my wife, Shane, and myself. So I'm like the wingman on the show.
Right. Now, let me ask you a few questions about this. Now, when did she decide that it was time for her to finally take her beautiful talent and become the on-air talent and let you be like me on my show with Stacey, be the sidekick?
Maybe like November.
Okay.
November of last year. Yeah.
So coming up with conceptual episodes, what made it comfortable to do a show with your wife?
I live with her. We got natural chemistry, and we talk about a lot of fun things off the air, and we just try to bring some of that stuff to the show.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this show, you're building it up, you're getting it to an area where you'll be comfortable with it, so it'll be like the predecessor, Rodis Live, which is out every Friday, correct?
Yes.
And with building this show up, what are some of the expectations that you took from your show and brought to this show?
Well, the difference is, I got a really high standard. So let's look at it like, doing a paper. Like me, for Writers Live, you know, I study all week. I study every day. My wife, hey, we cramming this thing. We crushing it. But she worked on it all week, but we recorded probably like 2 days before the show actually dropped. And the show is bi-weekly.
So
But now she's getting her podcaster legs, and she's starting to see, you know, hey, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this and that, you know?
yeah, so with that, is it eventually going to come a time that y'all going to kind of like start batching episodes or like put a little something in the tank in case you go on one of the vacations, head to the Wisconsin Dells, or, you know, it's about to snow if you're waiting another week, or has it already started snowing yet?
No, it hasn't started snowing yet, but she did mention batching. She was like, you know, it's Thanksgiving, man, this and that, Christmas, this and this. We need to have, you know.
Okay, well, one thing I would like to challenge you all with, because I think this would be an amazing story to be told, right? I want to know, because, you know, you're military too. You're military, so, you know, you go all around the world and everything. I want to know if y'all can do this in an episode. y'all's favorite song together, and your favorite movie. And then what food item causes a problem in your household?
Oh wow. We don't really argue over food. Maybe the preparation of the food.
You
I'm
ain't
more
got
of
no
a soul.
right.
I'm more of a soul cooker.
Okay. So you got away with it, and she got away that she do it different. But see, I think that would be a challenge.
Exactly.
Right, I believe it would be a challenging episode because even like I had an issue today, like pinto beans, right? I'm from Virginia. Stacy from
Some pinto.
right. Well, Stacy's from West Virginia, and even though it's not even a difference in the state because they connected together like that, ham hock preparation, like you said, preparation of how the beans is cooked, you get a different taste. Even the difference in just a little salt and pepper, and we completely make pinto beans different. And
Yeah.
like pinto beans is something in the household that can make or break a family because some people use cornbread. Some people like actually make the real cornbread like me. If I want to make cornbread, it's coming from cornmeal. You're not gonna get no jiffy from me because if you need jiffy, I mean, some people need that, so I'm not gonna disrespect. But I can make cornbread. So yeah, so and then even some people make Mexican cornbread because that's what they like now. So it's that much difference that can sometimes split a household. Like I give you one thing that's crazy about being out here. Now, chili on a hot dog out here in West Virginia, they call it hot dog sauce. In Virginia, it's just chili. Chili is chili, no problem. So
Right.
when we go to eat it and you taste it, man, I found out that they hot dog sauce ain't nothing but hamburger and Worcestershire sauce, and I'm like, what? Nah, that's not chili. That's just that's an offbeat manwich or something without ketchup.
Oh yeah. That's one thing. My wife, she hate manwich. Ain't no sloppy Joe shit getting cooked here.
Oh dang! Not even with the coleslaw on it or nothing.
No sloppy Joe.
Dang.
But I feel you on a chili dog.
Right. It's a whole
Monster only.
right, and it's like I said with that aesthetic with the food, like you said, preparation and all that stuff. It's a whole lot of levels to that. Now moving forward in life, you got this rap career that's been going on for a long, long time. You make moves all across Chicago, bigging up people and everything else. And I want to bring light to another hat that you wear now. You're a film producer now, correct?
I wouldn't say a film producer. I would just say well I'm just trying to get something out. I would say that.
Okay, and you got a project you're working on right now with a group of great podcasters, and you're shedding light on something that is very hard to shed light on with podcasters because with us being in the indie space between me and you, we've both seen it move in two different directions. And I'd like to talk a little bit deeper about this with you. When me and you was around and stuff, it seemed like we were having more, and I'm not gonna say fun. I'm gonna say that it was more camaraderie. There was more, everybody was around. It was a better time, I think. And then eventually, some people, and even I'm guilty of this, we all moved into this business mindset, and it never took away any fun from what I do. And I don't know if it took away any fun from me, but we stopped being the high school kids. It's like we started going, we're in college now. And it's like, to you, have you noticed a difference, or do you think it's a difference in all of the podcasters we used to run with and still run with? What are your thoughts?
So I'm still having fun with the podcasting, and like with the podcasting, for me, there's no competition. Because everybody brings something different to the game.
Okay. And I see that. But look at
And as well, life be life, and like I was listening to this binging podcast at random on my Spotify, and I heard the Rosie Perspective, the
Oh,
Barbie Way, Erica with a C podcast, even Coffee with Kendra came up, like came up, yeah, all these shows came up, and I was like, man, this when podcasting was everybody was podcasting.
Right.
And it kind of gave me a little motivation because one, I'm still here, and two, I never quit because I like it. Whenever it feel like a job, that's when I stop.
Okay, and I like that answer. With me, I think the problem that got me, and you've talked to me and other people, is the more and more I got inside the behind the scenes business, I liked it. I still love doing a podcast, right? But we cut posse cuts. Like we got the Thriller 40th anniversary, right? To this
Oh,
to
that's dope.
to this day, my favorite episode I have ever done with anybody. I went back on TikTok, released the videos. We did that like almost 2 or 3 years ago, or 2 years ago.
Right.
I went back and repurposed the videos, released them on TikTok, and a whole new fan base and came in just to listen to that one episode. And they like, why ain't there no more like that? So I was like, I'm about to pull out Off the Wall, Bad, and get everybody back together and talk about them albums. And Dangerous, but one thing on Michael Jackson, and I know me and you may disagree on this, but really after Dangerous, his History is a great album. But anything after Dangerous, I have to be careful with.
Yeah, I think so too. Off the Wall, I think Off the Wall is better than Thriller. I think Off the Wall is better than Thriller. That's my personal opinion. And I think I mentioned that on the show.
You did. And
I think it would be dope to collaborate and do something like that. Maybe with rap or something else. Like for example, like a lot of people don't like Taylor Swift. I'm a fan
oh wow, I didn't even know that.
because I respect her grind and her hustle. Nothing was given to her.
Right. She had to work for it, and that is crazy. And the only thing that I had to do a retraction on is there's no comparison between her and Michael Jackson.
No, it's no comparison between them. And shout out to my friend Katie. She is a diehard Taylor Swift fan, but she did have to confess that Mariah ran Christmas.
Ooh, yeah.
Sidebar, but I'm getting off subject right
Hey,
now.
no, but that is the real thing, because Taylor did try to put out that little Christmas album, but we're gonna fade that to black and not even worry with that. But yeah, like that episode, that type of fun stuff I don't do anymore because I got concentrated on what I'm doing, and I still do fun episodes with me here and there, and like what we doing right now. This is impromptu. I just hit you up. You didn't even know you was gonna be on the show. You was like, you was playing Red Dead Redemption 2. How hard?
Yeah, I was
How deep was you into
playing
it?
Redemption too, but I'm still on it to be on here.
All right, but hold on. What system was you playing on? What system was you playing on?
PS4.
All right, so yeah, it's still love then. I was about to say, because this is a side note, and I know we just doing this show right now. I got the PlayStation 5, right? And Gears of War is an Xbox 360 game.
Yeah.
Xbox released that on the PlayStation 5.
Is it the exact same game or a newer version?
It's the exact same game, but a remaster.
Oh, okay.
So I'm running through, and they even got Forza, the racing game from Xbox. They got that on PlayStation. So I said, Microsoft is doing a little Sega thing right now. They probably bowing out of the console stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna be playing these games on my PlayStation. So shout out to anybody playing PlayStation. You Xbox gamers, do what you do, but PlayStation all day. Now,
yes.
Now moving forward, you got a lot. You got a lot going on in the future. You run manning 2 podcasts. That's a hard thing to do because I do it personally too. So I know like you gotta like like one of them. I'm glad you actually in the same boat. I know like with the one I do with Stacy, I gotta have them episodes on point. My show, I got that joint cataloged into the future, but how do you manage both of them, promoting and everything? How do you do all that?
So I pretty much got my show under wraps, but if if you haven't heard the What's Poppin' podcast, like, it sounds like I be joking when I be saying I almost quit, and it's like pulling teeth and all of that. A lot of that stuff is true that I be saying. You know, I'm not the boss over there. She the boss.
Right, and it's hard to give up the reins, right?
It's not really hard to give up the reins because I need to let her see what I'm talking about, and she's starting to see.
Okay.
You know.
And are there going to be any future collaborations on that show with people, or what y'all gonna be doing over there?
So right now we don't have no plans for no collaborations, but I think eventually we might do some collabs.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave y'all with a challenge. I was
Okay.
born in 1985.
Okay.
It's October 27th right now. Stacy has never seen one of the greatest movies of all time, The Last Dragon.
What?
But listen to but listen to the thing. It's on a 40-year stretch right now.
Mm-hmm.
In December, I want you and your wife to come on Sparrows Under Review, and we're gonna review The Last Dragon, the 40th anniversary. And you know how I do on the copies for that. I'll hook you up because
So I do have The Last Dragon. I just need you to repeat what you just said to me.
okay, I gotta get you a copy of the 40th anniversary.
Okay.
Cause they did a few touch ups and they fixed a few things on it, and I was like, yo, we got to do this because I've been covering a lot of movies because I turned 40 obviously this year, and that was one of the gems of 1985. I really need to get a group of people together for Crush Groove, but everybody I get for Crush Groove, they want to do something else. They like, oh, Crush Groove wasn't something that moved society, and I'm like, nah, Crush Groove. That's
Crush Groove is one of the most important movies in hip hop culture.
Right. And that's one of the
And people don't understand the addition was in the movie because they was the ones allowing the rap group.
Right. And that's why I said that. Well, that's something, man. I'm gonna get the posse. That's gonna be a posse cut. Then I'll get that together. But Rodis, I ain't gonna hold you up too much or anything. One thing I need you to do for the audience, can you do one thing that's classic to West Virginia and commonplace, and that's the shameless plug. Can you let them know where they can meet and greet you across the internet?
So you can reach me at www.rodesonline.net. It has my Instagram. My Instagram is The Real Rodis, and my ex is The Real Rodis as well. But you can also reach me via Linktree. Linktree/RODES.
And check him out on TikTok because he ain't even say TikTok.
Yes, my TikTok. My TikTok is The Real Rodis as well. That's in my Linktree.
So on that note, I am JR and he's Rodis, and we signing off. Let me let that British lady do what she does.
Oh.